top 10 reasons why Tahlehquah is the best place, the best community to raise a family. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of How to Real Estate, and today we are going to chat about the top 10 reasons why Tahlehquah is the best place, the best community to raise a family or just to settle down and make it your forever home. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to start with just the number one reason, a strong sense of community. There's just something about the Tahlehquah residents. People come together when someone is in need, when there's been a fire. It's outrageous how many people jump in to help the homeowner and to get those items donated and to take care of. It's just fantastic to see. Just basically a sense of belonging, and again, just the city coming together as a whole to make it right and to help any way they can. So it's one of my favorite things about it. Number two is the excellent school system. So we have everything from the pre-K through the college, and that is Northeastern State University, the four-year college. We also have the optometry school, and we have a new PA school, and then we also have the OSU that is doing a partnership with Cherokee Nation for the residents. So did I get that right, Jill? I'm like, it's something going on there. So the Tahlehquah Public Schools and all of the nearby institutions just really raise the quality of education in our school systems. And again, it goes back to that sense of community where they all just kind of pull together and do whatever they can to make sure these students are getting the education that they deserve to get. So I love that about it. And I think that the teachers, the ones that I've been really fortunate to get to know, either through community events or through my children, they really are there to enrich the students' experiences rather than just to punch the clock. And I just love that. I really think you can tell the difference as to when someone really genuinely loves what they're doing. So number three, the low cost of living. Now, I'm going to get some pushback on this, but we're talking about Tahlehquah compared to larger cities. Yes, we are a college town, so our rental tends to be a little bit higher than in some communities, but I will say that ultimately our cost of living is definitively lower than some of the big cities. Also, just the affordability of groceries and other essentials. And then what I love is just what Tahlehquah has put back into the community on what I would call free entertainment. The park systems, we have the river, we have the lake. So there's always something to do that doesn't quite cost you money. I realize you got to have gas, you got to take some snacks, but in the scheme of things, it's not an hour drive, to do any of those. Which then leads to reason number four, the natural beauty and outdoor activities. And I realize I kind of crossed over there, but I do think that they all play together, because if you can enjoy more of the outdoor activities, then you don't have some of the expenses that you would normally have for entertainment. And again, with access to the lake, to the river, it's endless. I could sit here and name all of the bazillions of things. Fishing, kayaking, canoeing, rafting, hiking. There are so many wonderful hiking trails. We even have some bike trails that are usable. And it's really just a nature lover's paradise, I think. It's kind of everything is an Instagram setting. Do you think so? Yeah. It's like I love seeing people come here for the summer or for a long weekend, and they're just in awe. And I think what happens is I have people in the car and I'm driving them up Highway 10 and the river is there, and they're just blown away by it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I see that every day, but I am still really impressed with it. So I feel fortunate to live here. Next, number five, the rich cultural heritage. And boy, are we the heartbeat of that. With Cherokee Nation headquarters being here, we are so fortunate and so lucky to have, again, just so many things tied to that. Everything from museums to walking paths with art that's interchangeable, and then again, just all of the programs. There's art shows. There's just so many things going on. Everything from, if you want to sing, you could join the choir, the Cherokee National Choir. You do have to actually try out for that, but to language classes, anyone now, those language classes are open in so many different avenues that you can go and take. And then, as I said already, just the museums and all of the additional local events that we have. I think there's something every month, just about somewhere. And that's everything from pottery making to basket weaving to corn husk doll making. It's never ending, and I love it. Love it. Okay, number 6, Tahlehquah maintains a relatively low crime rate, again, compared to other cities and also other areas that are nearby that you would kind of consider, that you might think about, well, I'd live in a little bit larger area and drive back and forth, but I actually think it's better to live in Tahlehquah and then drive to some of these other cities. So checking the crime rate is super, super important, and just being comfortable where you're at so that you know what's going on. Now, yes, we still have to lock our doors. Don't be crazy, y'all. But again, in the scheme of things, when you're comparing, Tahlehquah does do really well with that ranking. Okay, number 7, the growing job market. Whew, okay. While still maintaining the small town feel, Tahlehquah is growing. Now, we're not quite busting at the seams yet, which I personally think is a great thing. I love a small town, but I'm never going to try to stand in the way of growth. I think that's really, really good for a town, for an area. And it will help in the long run. There'll be more taxes for roads, for parks, for healthcare, all of that. So if you're uncomfortable with the growth, I just have to say, take a deep breath and understand that this is just the way it goes. If you live in a small town that never grows, it becomes very, very stagnant, and then eventually I feel like it just dwindles down to nothing. So you want to be careful about that, because that could happen. Number 8, family-friendly events and festivals. I think every month there's something, sometimes every month, every weekend there's something. And whether you're a foodie, if you're a music lover, if you're arts and crafts, I mean, there is something for everyone. And I think every year something new is added. I mean, I could literally sit here and talk for 15 minutes about all of the festivals. Maybe we need to do a podcast just on all of those festivals. And if you're like, well, what exactly is going on? Then go to the Facebook page, What to Do in Tahlehquah, and join it. And we do a daily posting, if not hourly posting, of what's happening. Probably the one that's coming up most quickly is there's a downtown festival for Halloween, and I think it's called the Full Moon Festival. Jill has given me the nod, so that's coming up. And then also Ladies' Night, which we will be out giving the free golf cart rides for ladies who have all those shopping bags and needs rides back to their car. But again, check out the Facebook page, What to Do in Tahlehquah, because the amount of festivals, it's all the same. And the events that are happening in Tahlehquah are just amazing. And that's everything from the river, where they have some fantastic concerts, to downtown, to Cherokee Nation. It all kind of ties together. Okay, number 9, accessible healthcare. Now, this is the one that I think that people are so surprised by. But guys, with the Cherokee Nation, WW Hastings Hospital, and then our local hospital, the healthcare facilities that are available for your family and loved ones are just amazing how many options we have. We also have the after hours clinic, the emergency clinic, the med clinic, and rumor has it we might be having a new one come in also. So again, I think 24/7 we've got you covered when it comes to medical care. The other thing is where we're located. If you need those specialists that you have to see once every 3 to 6 months, we're a very easy drive to that. So you don't necessarily have to live there if you're not doing that every day. And then the last one is the proximity to urban amenities. So while Tahlehquah still has that small town atmosphere that I love and I really don't want to lose, it's still only an hour's drive to Tulsa, an hour and a little bit longer to Fayetteville, Siloam Springs, and you can pretty much get anything you need in one of those 2 locations. And then if you really need to bump it up, Oklahoma City is just also a quick 2.5 to 3 hour drive, depending on where you're going. So having the availability to hop on one of the like 412 or the Muskogee Turnpike or I-40 and get to one of those locations, very, very easy, very quick to do. So those are my top 10 reasons why living in Tahlequah is so worth it. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for asking that question. What are the top 10 reasons? Gave those to you. If there's a topic you would like for us to discuss or explore, let us know. We will consider it. And if there's someone you would like to see as a guest on the podcast, reach out and we'll have a chat with them. As always, thank you so much. Like, follow, and share.